你好, welcome to So Easy Chinese. Do you know there are 6 different types of Chinese characters? If you are a starter trying to learn Chinese characters, this is the foundation, okay? Very helpful if you learn different types of them. So this video is for you. Even if you learn Chinese for a couple years and then this is the first time you heard about it, this will be very helpful because this is going to help you memorize the characters more easily and learn characters in a systematic way. Basically, it's going to help your learning a lot more efficient. Understanding the types of the character will help you better understand the Chinese culture behind the characters. Okay, we have 6 types of them. So we have pictographic characters, indicative characters, we have associative characters, we also have Picto-phonetic characters. Besides that, we have transfer characters and loan characters. So today we're going to be focused on the first 4 types of them because they make up 98% of all Chinese characters. Alright, talk no more, let's quickly get started. If you are new to my channel, 你好, my name is 蔡老师 with So Easy Chinese, where we want to help you learn Chinese in an easy and fun way. So the first type is the pictographic characters. They make up 4% of all characters. So what kind of characters they are pictographic? Are characters that look like the object or phenomenon they represent. I list a lot of examples right here. This is the picture of it. Due to the development or evolution, they turn into our modern character right here. Okay, if you look at the sun, it's very bright in the middle, so there's one dot in the middle, and then we write like this, and then we start to write like this, and it turns into the character like sun. Now it is right there. Look at the shape of the moon, okay, and then we have the character right here, moon, okay. This looks like a tree. So the pictographic characters, they look like the picture they're trying to represent. Here's a mountain. This is the mountain. Does the character look like the picture of the real thing? So that is the idea of creating this type of the characters. Field, they look like the rice field. Door, they look like a pair of doors. Here are some more examples from Chinese. This character fire is from the shape of the flame. This is the tree, look like the tree. Sun character, this is a person walking, so this means a person. When you open your mouth big and round and then you draw a square, that means your mouth. Here's the door character. Here's a mountain character, look like the mountain. Here's a water character. Okay, can you think of any pictographic characters? Feel free to list them in the comments. Okay, so the second type, we call them indicative characters. Okay, basically they will tell you what they mean when you look at them. Okay, so for example, Chinese number 1 is 1 line horizontally, it's 1 line straight, 2 lines are 2, okay, 3 lines are 3. They tell you what they mean when you look at them. And then look at this one example. Shang is everything above this line, okay? We call them top, above, okay? And this character is the opposite of Shang. We call them Xia, okay? So it's pretty much like everything's underneath this line or below the line, okay? Xia. So even though for how useful and helpful they are, they only make up 1% of all characters, okay? But they're very important, okay? The third type, we call them associative characters. They make up 13% of all characters. So what kind of characters are associative? They will combine 2 or more pictographic or indicative characters to create something new. Okay, so for example, this is the person character, another person. So imagine a person trying to follow another person. So we create this new character, means to follow. So this is the tree character. 1 tree is tree. 2 trees are woods. When we have a lot of trees, 3 trees to represent forest. 森, okay? Imagine when you put something very small, like on top of something big, this character means small, this character means big, and when they combine, means something very sharp, okay? This is the sun character, moon character. So after one day and one night, we reach to tomorrow. Okay, the last character, xiu, means to rest. It's created from a person is leaning to the tree to rest. Okay? Can you give me an example of an associative character? Feel free to list in the comments, okay? So here are some more examples from Chinese. Rest, a person leaning to the tree. 3 trees are a forest. After one day and one night, we reach to tomorrow. And the fourth type is the Picto-phonetic characters. Okay, they make up 80% of the characters. So you need to make sure you understand. Okay, because this is the 80% of the characters. So they combine both are semantic and the phonetic element. Okay, so the semantic component usually is the radical. Okay, so what is a radical? A radical is part of the character. They will indicate the meaning of the character. And the phonetic component indicates the sound of the character. I give a couple examples right here. This character pronounced as qing, the meaning is clear. So it has 2 parts, okay? It has a 3 dot right here. That is the water radical to represent the meaning, something to do with water. This character pronounced as qing to provide the sound. So this whole character pronounced as qing, okay? Together, this character something to do with water pronounced as qing, so the pronunciation is qing. The meaning is clear, something to do with water. Another example, this character chen means castle or city, okay? It has the dirt or soil radical, okay, to provide something to do with soil. Imagine you have a lot of soil, you use soil to build a city, to build a castle. This part, chen, to provide the sound of this whole character. So this final character means castle or city, okay? And the pronunciation is based on this one, is chen, okay? Now, can you explain Picto-phonetic characters in your own words? So basically it had 2 parts. One part indicate the meaning, the other part indicate the sound, okay? So here is where, if you understand how this type of Chinese character, are created, where you can learn it in a very systematic way. Okay, for example, this is the base character, qing, okay? The pronunciation is qing, the meaning is green. When you add the 3 dot water radical, okay? There's something to do with water. The water is clear. So the pronunciation is qing, it did not change, okay? And then when you add a sun radical here, something to do with the sun, okay? So it's sunny. And then because the base radical is the same to provide the sound, so this character pronounced as qing. The pronunciation is the same, but the tone becomes a second tone, qing, instead of qing for sunny. And then if you add a heart radical, so this is a heart radical, okay? Imagine your heart can experience a lot of emotions, okay? So this character together means emotions, okay? And the sound of this whole character is qing, okay? It's just the tones, okay, become the second tone, okay? Similar like this one. And then look at this one. It has the base radical. When you add this is the speak or speech radical. So you will invite someone through talking or speaking. So this character means to invite. And the pronunciation is qing, the third tone of the character. So the sound are quite similar to the original base character, okay? Because they add something there, so that's normal. And here, if you add the I radical, so this is the I radical right here, okay? And then this character means eyes. However, the sound is a little bit different. from Qing turned into Jing. Jing, qing. It turned from qing to jing. Okay, sounds still similar. However, the sound drift away. So we call them the phonetic drift. Okay, so it happens over time. So when you look at this, what's the benefit of knowing what type is the Picto-phonetic characters? Because when you know one character, any character down below, and then when you learn another one, they look quite similar with the same base character, you will have a very close guess of the pronunciation of the character. Okay, so that's how you can learn it in a very systematic way, very efficient way as well. Okay, so here are the last two types of the Chinese characters. Okay, we have transfer characters. Basically, the meaning of the original of the character transferred to a different character. Okay, so we call them transfer characters. We also have the loan characters. Okay, for example, so the both characters, they means dad and father. Okay, because this character means father originally, and this one has it, so it loaned the meaning for it. So ba, this character meaning for dad as well. Okay, so basically for these two types of them, okay, because they only make up only 2% of all characters. So the principle for those two types is just be aware and know there are those two types of characters. No need to worry much about them. So you might be wondering, how many Chinese characters are there? Okay, what is your guess? All right. In total, there are around 60,000 characters. You would be thinking, what? That is a lot. Okay, how can I learn all of them? Okay. However, modern in use, we only have 20,000 of them. Yeah, where you can find it in dictionaries and look it up. For all the elementary students in China, they will know 2,500 characters. And for middle schoolers, they will learn 3,005 characters. For a typical college students, okay, they will be able to read 5,000 to 8,000 characters. Okay. For you to be able to read and understand a book or newspaper, if you have 2,500 to 3,000 characters, that is sufficient. So you might be thinking, how many characters do I need to know? Okay, so my suggestion is if you at least have 2,500 characters, you will be able to read 99% of the books and the newspapers in China. All right, review. Okay, we learned 6 types of Chinese characters. We have pictographic characters, where they look like the original picture. The character looks like the picture. Okay, we have indicative characters. They indicate the meaning of the character. We have associative characters, where are 2 or more characters combined to make something new. We also have Picto-phonetic characters, where one part of the character marks the meaning of the character, the other part indicate the sound of the character, so you will know what they mean and how to pronounce them. Can you use your own words to explain the first 4 types of the characters? Also, I want you to think about, for all my examples here, which type of the characters are they? And can you give me some examples for each type? Okay, please feel free to put examples in the comments. I will also reply and then check it for you. Last but not least, if you think this lesson is helpful, please make sure you subscribe and like it. We will see you soon. 再见。